Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish.
This is
The Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish, the only podcast that's dedicated to being whatever I want it to be, because I like me more than I like most other things. This is the show. This is it. Sorry it's late. I almost died. We'll get into that later.
You almost died in like a historical Donner Pass sort of situation.
Yeah, it was so fucking bad. With us today is, of course, Nick Josten. You recognize that voice. And
What's up, motherfucker?
First-time guest, Mr. Matt Tiny Lowe.
Hi. I didn't have anything entertaining.
He's not tiny.
Matt looks like I sound.
That's the best description I've ever heard. There's zero denials for that one. Yeah, I can see that.
And Bobby looks like the Asian version of me, but more handsome and skinnier.
That's how it goes.
And you're a little bit taller.
Just a little. It's like just a hair, like just
an
a
inch.
little, like
That's
a little
not a
squish.
hair when you're over 6'7".
That's true.
That's not a hair.
That's true. It's a lot of
I gotta
hair.
fucking put lifts in my shoes to keep up with your ass.
And so we're here. We're getting used to it. I don't know. What's the intro that I wanted to do? Oh, and my new direction for this podcast is at least for 2019 is personal growth. Trying to fucking trying to do better. Because man, the whole last 2 years of my podcast has just been either fun characters or me being a dick. Either one.
What's wrong with that? Because those are both heavily entertaining.
It's so much fun. It's so much more fun, and it's too easy. You know, like I just want to make things harder on myself. you just throwing shit?
I was trying to get into the Christmas
You think
bag.
you could it's his first time on the podcast, and you just start hucking shit across the table?
I need something heavy.
I wanted to get into the Christmas bag that's sitting on the table for some reason.
Sure you did.
I got very close to this
did.
bag that's a foot away
It was off you. You bricked for sure, but it was right off the edge of the bag.
I hooked it.
The bag's not very big either.
No. It's like half closed.
Yeah,
it's one of them.
So it was a challenging shot.
It's one of them
like
crinkle cut bags.
Mini golf
For
shot.
a man of your stature, you play pretty good table basketball.
Yeah, that was.
Christmas bags.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh man,
that means a lot.
Yeah, I am tall, so I meet one of the prerequisites.
But that's it. That's
Yeah,
one
no
of them.
talent.
No.
No.
My high school basketball team. I wasn't on it. Just
it was you had a high school that was yours, and that high school happened to have a basketball team, right?
Exactly. I just didn't want people to get confused. Like, you played sports at one point. I'm like, well, I anyway.
So much qualification.
Yeah, there was a guy who was like 6'8" and just the worst basketball player ever. Just this lanky motherfucker who like couldn't do shit. He couldn't even really run. Like, people were running circles around him. He had these long gangly legs and he couldn't control himself. He was like a daddy long leg out there just fucking shit up and just ruining everything. Fuck that guy. I don't know why. I just don't like him.
Like a retarded giraffe.
You're real pissed off about something.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm so pissed off about this guy. I saw him at Taco Bell the other, like 2 years ago.
So he's not lanky anymore.
No, he still is. No, he like leaned all the way out the window to give me my change. He was like half his body was hanging outside the window.
He works at Taco Bell.
There.
He was working at Taco Bell.
God.
Like,
that's a life turn.
He's not made good life decisions, and he was still down in Carson City. And, like I felt bad about where I am in life. Then I saw this guy, and like,
I think I'm doing okay.
nah, I'm not.
That's
I'm doing
positive.
all right.
That's
Doing all right.
2019.
What if
positive.
he saw you and thought the same thing?
That guy's not driving a Mercedes yet?
Yeah, look at this guy fucking going to the drive-thru at Taco Bell in the middle of the day.
It was in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
I need a Crunch Wrap Supreme. It's 2 p.m.
You're making money if you're shopping at Taco Bell, because every time I go there, it's like fucking $22.
Yeah.
I mean, I did play at all the basketball games in high school, but I was in the band.
Hey, you're getting some sort of... They put you on one of the big instruments that you had to haul around, right?
A trombone or a tuba.
Yeah, there it is.
Awesome.
I didn't have to do any of that shit. I played drums, so I was like, I got my bag of sticks. Where do you want me?
Bag of sticks.
Fucking losers get all the chicks.
I was in the choir.
Whoa.
Fucking choir chicks, bro.
You were a falsetto. Right?
That's how I got into the choir, because when I started, my voice when I was my freshman year of high school, my voice hadn't really dropped yet.
God damn, how far did it drop?
I started
all the way.
I was practically an alto when they got me in there. He wanted more tenors in the choir. So, I'm going to put you right in the concert choir. We need more tenors. Get in there. And I could, sing the ladies' parts. And by the end of the year... Yeah, it was like this. It was just it dropped and then it dropped again. And then he's like, God damn. But then he was excited because he had a super bass, and he was all about that bass.
All about that bass.
I was hoping you were going to sing Nicki Minaj's Super Bass, but that's fine. Now, when you inevitably go through your third puberty, do you think your voice will...
Male menopause?
Yeah, you think your voice will go down to a point that no human could even hear it anymore? Or do you think it'll just be straight up didgeridoo?
You got a harp voice? They use you in battle?
I'm
so
hoping
good.
I sound like tube and throat singing all the time when I'm singing. One of my English teachers said, "You sound like my metal file cabinet." If it could talk, I think that's what you would sound like.
You sound like my butt smells.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My butt smells sexy.
It gives off very... first thing I thought of potatoes for some reason. Potatoes are a sexy smell, right? Like French fries?
Yeah, the famous aphrodisiac.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
To the Irish.
Potatoes are an aphrodisiac to the 1,000 pounds of men sitting around this table right now.
Yeah, I can't lie. My God, I went to McDonald's yesterday.
900.
Yeah, I went to McDonald's yesterday, and they forgot my fries, and I didn't think I would be as mad as I
Flip your
was.
shit.
But I had already ordered 2,000 calories of shit already, so I was like, well, they're saving me from myself.
Did you grab the... Why do I wanted to call her a waitress, but that's not right.
Yeah, I grabbed the McDonald's waitress.
The cashier. Did you see that video of that guy just
beating
lost
the
his
shit out of the...
Yeah, he grabbed her by the...
and she got fired.
Lapel, and she fucking kicked his ass, dude.
Yeah.
She went after him you go, girl. You
got to fire somebody when they win.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, and then the manager still came in and took his order and everything. Man, fuck that guy. I'm on your side, girl. If I had the power to give you a job, I totally would.
On the McDonald's subject, I don't learn much from Facebook, but the other day I learned that how the McDonald's box is made, the flap that you always think that they underfilled your fries is actually for your ketchup. You fold it backwards and you put your ketchup on there. I'm diabetic. I can't eat McDonald's anymore because their fries are straight sugar, but I'm willing to take the fucking risk just to eat the fries and put the ketchup on the thing.
So, the little...
where the yellow and white lines are, the half dome thing, you fold it backwards and you put your ketchup on it.
Wouldn't it drip and fall down? Because I'd just load up on ketchup. It would just spill everywhere.
It's on Facebook, so it's true.
I'm not gonna lie. I've used it for ketchup, but in the way that I put a cocaine line of ketchup on there, and then I slide the fries into my mouth, and
So
they just
the
go
fries
through.
go
They
over
go
the
through a slip and slide of ketchup first. So I have used
I
it
wanna
for
do
its
that too.
application, but in the fattest way. I was drinking the fries through a slip and slide of ketchup.
That is outstanding.
That is a very fat.
Yeah, I'm all about innovation.
I'm bringing fries tomorrow night, and we're just going to experiment. Just fill up the cup.
I'm into it.
Speaking of fat things that you've done, have you ever made a cheese sandwich, but instead of bread, it's just slices of cheese?
No,
Wait.
but I have just microwaved a bunch of cheese, so it's a pile, and then 'cause it was just American cheese. That's all I had, and then I let it re-solidify and ate the kind of cheese leather, I guess.
Cheese curd?
So
a
it's
flat cheese curd?
Yeah, basically.
American fondue.
Yeah,
Wow.
but of itself.
On the cheese sandwich, though, is it all the same cheese, or
No.
is there a different
No.
cheese in the middle? I mean,
No.
come on, you got to have some
okay.
variety.
Okay, you do sharp cheddar on the bottom, pepper jack, a nice brie, and then mild cheddar on the top.
If I'm doing that,
a
I'm
lot
going
of
to
shit.
a restaurant because that's like $12
Yeah.
worth of cheese.
Wait. That's like an open-faced cheese sandwich because it didn't close back off the cheese.
Sandwiches and French fries for everyone.
You know, you've never used different slices of bread on a sandwich?
No, who has different bread in their midst?
I don't want no Neapolitan
Apparently,
sandwich.
I'm just a fancy fat guy.
Yeah.
And you guys are just regular.
No,
fat.
I
have
just
class.
told you I drank French fries in a ketchup slip and slide. Of course, I'm not a fancy fat guy.
You've never. Okay.
The title of this one's just going to be "So You Never."
We're not judging, Nick. I'm learning good things, and
Yeah.
this is
I'm
working
judging
well.
you guys.
I can fucking tell.
I do fucking fancy fat guy things, and you guys are just regular fat people. And
I mean, we're just regular fat people.
yeah, I eat.
I'd rather be a regular fat guy than a stuck-up bitch.
I eat my 4x4 at In-N-Out with my pinkies up, like a goddamn gentleman.
One time I did make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with banana bread.
Ooh.
That's some
yeah.
fat ass shit.
Oh, man. I should have took my Metformin because just the thought's going to put me in shock, dude.
It was so good. But also, oh boy, that was back when I was tracking just everything in my calories because I got to make sure, and I tracked that. I was like, I ate 2 sandwiches. Each of them were 1,200 calories, and I was putting because I did the first one. I did like kind of a normal amount. I was like, oh, and so I did like real thin layer afterwards, so I could knock off. It was all the calories. You're eating 2 slices of banana bread in one go.
I miss banana bread and carrot cake.
Yeah, they're so fucking good.
They do have the paleo carrot cake, but it tastes
true.
like ass.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And there's no creamy carrot on the top.
Smells
It's just a
cauliflower.
fucking brown turd of
And they don't.
healthy cake.
Yep, they don't have any good part.
If it's healthy, it's not cake.
Yeah. Although I've been trying to fuck with almond flour just because, like, what else can I do? And I've been using it to make, like shake and bake chicken. So I've been making the almond flour outside and then all spices and shit, shaking the chicken breasts in it and baking it. And it's not bad. It doesn't get crispy, like fried chicken should be, but it's like it's a coating, and that's really all I want on my chicken
It's a
half the
texture
time.
thing.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I got something, and it's full of spices, and that's really all I wanted. So
I've been getting really into chicken sashimi. It's a great delicacy.
Isn't that just a chicken strip?
It's raw chicken.
Oh, so you're telling me you've been homeless?
I've just been catching chickens and then
And just biting their necks.
just eating them and just eating the necks. Nothing else.
Gizzards.
Yeah, the gizzards come out with it. It's pretty fucking good.
We need to videotape that.
Yeah. There's some
I'm a
chickens that
geek.
roam the street, so
Street chickens out here.
yeah.
Out here in Sparks.
We got street chickens on this extended 4th Street right here.
They have switchblades and
Hood roosters and shit.
Nothing but hood roosters and street chickens in this fucking neighborhood.
I knew this was a rough neighborhood.
Yeah.
All these cocks roaming around.
Nothing but feathery cock. Just ugh. I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna. That's
Don't
enough.
ever say
That's
feathery
you know
cocks
what? That's
again.
it. This podcast is over.
So 2019 is a year of improvements.
Yeah, it's a year of improvement. We're still currently in the midst of a weight loss battle.
Yeah, I'm starting to get back on track.
Yeah,
I got down to
starting.
373 before Christmas, and then like the last 2 weeks of December, I just lost my shit.
Yeah, I was at 360, and then I weighed myself yesterday and 370. It's like, oopsie.
Yeah, I got back up to 399,
There you go.
and so I didn't go back over 400. But yeah, I got some work to do.
You got
I
some work. I've been consistently going to the gym though. Like I have yet to fix my diet. I'm fixing it tonight with the chicken and the butternut squash that I'm finally cooking.
Finally, it's
And
been
some-
here for like 3 months.
Yeah, a little bit of rice. One of them I had to throw out because it
Are they
was
still
bad in the
edible?
middle. One of them was bad in the middle. The other one's still good. So I got that going. Going to the gym more. I fucked up my back last week, but I'm back on track.
What gym are you going to?
Fitness for 10.
Isn't there one out here in Sparks?
Right over by Target, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I've been going to the one downtown. I might have to change that.
Do it. This one's way bigger.
Yeah, since I'm going to be moving in here, I guess I'll have to start doing shit in Sparks.
It's a nice, clean gym, and it's cheap. It used to be called Nevada Fitness. That's where when I was younger, where I first lost a bunch of weight. And then went up, then did it again, then went up, then did it again. Right now, I'm in the stage of saying, fuck it, I'm just going to climb up the ladder, so it'll be a bigger achievement when I actually lose it. So,
shit. I can't do it anymore. I don't ever want to be above 350 again, and that's my first fight is getting back below there. And so I'm not going to weigh myself till the end of the week. I'm just going to give it a little time.
Fuck scales, man. That's the best advice I can give. It's all on how you feel, man. And honestly, I was 560 pounds at one time. I was damn near 600 pounds.
You could have had a TLC show.
Oh, dude. I lost that fucking weight. And now, I mean, like right now I'm at 423. But I'm also a tall guy.
Yeah.
You know, where if I was smaller, I'd probably be dead right now if I was shorter. But, I'm good with that because I'll never be 560 pounds again.
That's rough. Yeah.
And no friggin' surgeries or nothing. You know, I mean, the main reason I'm trying to lose weight right now is one of my knees is so bad that they said, if you don't lose weight, we can't do your surgery. You have to be 100 pounds lighter before we'll even do your surgery.
And blood pressure and all that thing for surgeries and stuff. Yeah, it's rough.
But the positive side, 100 pounds, I'll probably be diabetes will be gone because I gave myself diabetes or whatever.
That happens.
And that's positive for 2019.
Yeah.
You know, trying to lose weight, but it's literally try or die trying.
Yeah.
Literally. And I hate to use literally. That'll be the last one. But it sucks, man. But
will it literally be your last one?
No.
Fuck it.
Absolutely not. Fuck.
He got you there.
I know. Nick's good at that.
Oh, speaking of dying, I had my first headlining weekend this week. Well, I didn't do the full week. I had one headlining show. It was, nice, and it was a nice time. I had Savage Henry. Rode up to Eureka, California.
Good job.
It was a fucking great time.
Did you visit Murder Mountain?
Kind of all is Murder Mountain, really. We drove through it. Took Sam Corbin and Austin Baca up there. It was a fucking beautiful show. Way more people than I thought were going to be there were there. We made a little bit of money. It was raining the whole time, which kind of sucked. And on the way there, I was like beating the snowstorm coming out of Truckee. So like by the time I hit it, it was all rain, which was nice. But then on the way back, I still figured, it's probably not going to be snowing the way I'm going, because I was taking the north way rather than going through 80 because I knew that would be fucked and closed. And we got stopped in one area. It was like, chains required. You can't go unless you have chains. I was like, it's just fucking raining. Just let me through. I can fucking handle it. And so like we have to sit there for 10 minutes. He's like, if a plow comes, you guys can go with him. I'm like, fine. Like 10 minutes later, we see him pack up all of his shit and start waving us through because it was just rain. Yeah. We were fine. So I went through there. About an hour or two later, sun's starting to go down. We just make it past Reading, and the snow is getting bad. It's like real bad. Like by the time I realized how bad it was getting, about 3 inches was accumulating already. I was like, ugh.
3 inches can be a lot.
Yeah, especially with a...
Thank God you said that.
Especially with a minivan. And that is in every
two of your buddies.
Yeah. And so like we had just passed I fucking hate you so much. We had just passed Shingletown. I'm sorry. I just love how much you enjoy it. We can all agree 3 inches is plenty. We can all agree.
No,
what's worse than being 6'7", 425 pounds? Your nickname being tiny.
That reminds me of this poem I saw as a little sidebar. It said the poem was called Disappointment, and it just said 6'5", 3 inches. I was like, oh fuck off. That's such a good poem. So anyway, it's like it's coming down. We just passed Shingletown. I'm like, I gotta fucking turn around. So I turn around. I get to the chevron. By the time we get to that chevron, it's like 6 inches on the ground already. It's fucking crazy. And so like I slide into a parking space, and we go into the gas station. And we're like, it's bad. And the guy behind the counter is like, oh yeah, it's really coming down out there now. And so like, do you know of any hotels or like cabins for rent or something so we can fucking stay the night? Because I am not driving through that shit. And he's like, oh yeah, there's some bulletins outside on the board. You can try calling them up. I'm like, cool. I call like 2 places that I see on there, and they're all full up already. It's only like 6 o'clock, but it's fucking dark and it's snowing, and so those are all taken up. And so I'm just sitting there like, fuck, I gotta call my dad and be like, hey, I left a spare key outside in case this exact thing happened. Take care of my dog. And she'd shit everywhere. And then I had to like call my boss and be like, yeah, definitely not making it into work tomorrow. I fucked up. She's like, yeah, it's cool. And so like I get all that taken care of. And Sam is talking to the guy that worked at the Chevron. And he just looked at me. He's like, any look on the places? I'm like, nah, everything's full. And he just looks at us. He's like, hey, you guys seem cool. You can just crash at my place tonight.
The gas station attendant.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And we're like,
And then they fuck.
yeah. And I'm like, well, dope. I mean, even if you're a serial killer, there's 3 of us against 1 of you, so we'll probably be fine, you know? And
You haven't watched enough horror movies. That's
exactly. And so, dude named Rod takes us in, says, hope you're not allergic to cats.
Jesus.
And so we fucking shack up in his cabin and just watch cop shows. And then the fucking power goes out. And he lives in like a weird little cabin thing. So luckily there's a wood-burning stove, so we're getting some heat and stuff. But he's, walking around grumbling. I'm like half passed out because I've just been driving all day.
you guys know how we could keep warm now, right?
He didn't butt fuck me. That's all I'm going to say.
With the heat of my rod.
Hey, it's good to be too high off the ground.
So like I'm half passed out. He's walking around grumbling and shit, and like it's dark. We're all trying to sleep, and like
How old was Rod? I'm sorry.
probably mid-50s.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
and so like he was just walking around trying to get shit set up, and then like it's quiet for a while, and then I just hear him talking. Just like talking in the background, not muttering like you would like. I was fucking. I just hear like, oh, what are you doing? We got these nice boys over, and here's. I'm like, oh fuck, this guy's fucking crazy. We're gonna get murdered. And then like I keep hearing talking, and I drift back to sleep. Like, well, I don't hear footsteps and I don't hear any knives, so I'm fucking like I think I'm cool. And then I wake up a little later, and it turns out what I could hear him muttering about was. His cat took the smelliest shit in the litter box. And because the power was out, he couldn't go put it anywhere. So it was just stinking up everything. And then I started to smell it. I was like, oh yeah, that cat fucking ruined. He was yelling at his cat like, this is the only time we have company and the power goes out and you just decide finally now to just take the smelliest shit. I was like,
damn it, Muffin.
I was like, oh yeah. I was like, Rod's not a serial killer. He's just a lonely dude with a cat. And he is in the middle of the night yelling at his cat for taking the smelliest shit.
That's either endearing or serial killer behavior.
Nah, it was real endearing. After just sitting around watching cop shows with him, I'm like, this guy is just... He's just like a rural dude trying to do his job so he can go home and yell at his cat and watch cop shows,
The cop show stuff is... It's the people who watch cop shows are either really law-abiding or they're taking notes so they know how to avoid them.
He's definitely law-abiding. He was a stand-up gentleman who saved us in our time of need.
Well, I still don't trust this Rod fella.
Well, if you were trapped in the middle of Shingletown, California... You'd probably love you some Rod.
You seriously just explained a great beginning of a horror movie.
Yeah, no.
Shingletown, dude that talks to cats, works in a freaking gas station. His name is fucking Rod.
That's all I was thinking about the whole time. Like, how could I write this in a script? Because now I want to. But then the mostly part where I felt I was going to die the most was getting back after. Like, we wake up, Rod didn't murder us, thank God, and from reading all the weather reports incessantly, I knew that I had a window of time between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. where it wouldn't be shit coming out of the sky between Old Station and Susanville. And between Shingletown and Susanville, it's about an hour and a half if you drive it normal, like up through Lassen National Park. Mm-hmm. But I'm in a minivan and I don't have chains.
So you're hauling ass.
Yeah, I was going about 30 miles per hour.
Which in those conditions is hauling ass.
I was just white knuckling it, going like just pump the brakes when you're going downhill, and then just keep it steady when you're going up. And if you see any big trucks, just follow them. And so from Shingletown to Susanville. Took like...
As a truck driver, what's your opinion on
I fucking hate it.
I was No, not like semi trucks and shit. Like the plows or like the Caltrans people.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll just follow them because if I go in the ditch, they legally kind of like have to be like, oh fuck, this is the guy we're up here for.
He's a minority.
Nuts to butts most of the time going over Donner all the years I was doing that, and people get right up your ass, and I'm like, what if I blow a tire? Or I had a flatbed. I only drove big time over the road doing freight, was flatbed. There's a chance, fucking 2x4, I might hit my brakes.
God, no, see, I didn't go like right up on him. I'd keep about 5 car lengths because I knew if at the very least I could at least do a slow swerve out of the way and get past him. But yeah, the what should have usually been an hour and a half took about 4 hours, and we got back into Reno about noon.
That's a rough stretch of road, man.
It was fucking tough. But boy, you know, now I don't regret so much growing up and learning how to drive in Alaska and then living in South Dakota all those years. Now, you know what? Not the worst. Because I was like, well, at least I could handle that shit. Yeah. You know? But fuck. I got back and I was just like buzzing.
Those types of drives where you're turning around telling your passengers to shut the fuck up and you're turning down the radio so you can concentrate more on driving.
Yeah, no, there was... Yeah. I had like one playlist going. It was only at like 9 on the radio, and I was just... every once in a while I'd say something that like wasn't even encouraging. I was just like saying shit just to be like, I gotta say this now or else it'll stay in my head and then we will die. You know, like...
Yeah, like goddamn cat poop.
Yeah, I was just doing
that branch is bending oddly.
Yeah, I was just looking out, be like, there's the Poison Lake. They call it that because it's part lake and part poison.
Isn't that Lake Davis?
But yeah, having a shitty time like that on the road, having such a high, being like, I get to headline for the first time. It was a good show. I love my guys in Savage Henry. It was fucking great. And then just driving back, I'm like, man, the comedy wasn't even the craziest part of that whole thing.
Let me ask you this. Maybe I'm, I have a negative mind, negative personality or whatever, but did you feel like, well, something shitty had to happen because I had such a great weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to earn it somehow, and this is how I'm earning it. That's a shitty drive.
Because it was like 30, 40 people there. Like, it was not sold out because it's a pretty big place, but I was like, I don't have this many fans in this place at all. This is just like happenstance. These guys like actually advertised this and got people out, and so I was like, this is fucking great.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Congratulations.
30 fans.
Now I have 30 fans. Well, the thing is Savage Henry's recently been going through some social media, social justice troubles and things, being accused of being not safe for women, and I won't commentate on that whole problem or anything because I don't really know the whole situation, but my audience that was there seemed to be mostly women, oddly enough, and it was crazy because I have a lot of jokes that aren't, I'm not like misogynist, and most of my humor isn't even like fucking close to that, but they still had like there was like an older couple ladies in the like middle of the room that I could see the whole time that were just arms crossed,
cross-arm
and
curl.
giving me not like a death stare, but just like you better fucking say something that isn't shitty. And at one point, I got a clap out of them for one of the things that I was saying. I was like, yes, I did it. I broke them. They showed some emotion. I fucking did it.
Was it Michelangelo?
No, it was my buying a truck story. I've retooled it to then just be, because I shoved one of my shittier jokes on the front of that so that I could have a whole bit for it, and it was just the whole I don't feel comfortable calling myself a man. It was that whole thing, and I was like, I think we need more gender neutral terms. Like, instead of saying fireman or handyman, we need to say firefighter and male prostitute. Like I shoved that one at the beginning of this long ass story, so like the crux of the story can just be like, and then I realized I didn't want to do any man shit. I just wanted to be home, just fucking watching Gilmore Girls and just fucking eating popcorn. Like, I was fucking, I don't want to be out here anymore. And they were like, okay, I agree. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that anyway. Yeah, no matter what. And so, like, fuck, having to drive home after that, it made me really think, like, do I like comedy this much? And then I was like, well,
was it worth it?
Holy shit, this is a coaster.
It is. It's a coaster. Yeah, feel free to use it. Yeah, the little record coasters. All fans of the podcast know, because everyone sees them and they go, what the fuck is this? It's so good.
It's also a top.
Get the fuck out of my house.
I have to drive down to June Lake, which is on the other side of Mammoth, on Monday for a show.
Fuck.
And I don't know. I think it's still going to be kind of shitty on the roads, and I think I have to drive by myself. And it's I'm not going to come back. It's gonna become a man mountain.
Why not? You're gonna become a man mountain.
You can always go through Hawthorne. It's a lot easier. Than
Not a mountain man. Man,
you're gonna become a mountain that used to be a man.
Yep.
A man mountain.
I'm going to join forces. I'm going to meld with the mountain and become a man mountain.
Like the Wonder Twins.
Yep.
But you won't be fucking.
Is that what the twins were doing?
You know those twins were fucking.
So it just kind of predates Pornhub right now. Just a couple of siblings fucking.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around when they activate.
Form of cum.
Because that dude was always a large amount of liquid. You know he wasn't about to turn into a regular load of cum. He was going to be like a gallon.
Like an Andre the Giant cum.
What were his loads like?
God damn it.
Probably stink like beer.
Dude, yeah, didn't they have like the world record for drinking beer?
I thought you were going to say world record for coming.
176 beers.
Yeah. And didn't they cover him with a piano cover when he passed out in the middle of, I forgot which hotel it was in Vegas.
Did they have to use a piano cover for his cum? That's his cum rag?
That would hurt.
He has to use a Christmas stocking as a cum sock?
Fucking.
It's festive.
How big do you think Andre the Giant's dick was?
3 inches.
Yeah.
I don't feel so bad about saying literally now that Nick just said cum like 17 times.
Every time he's on the podcast, every time he says cum, at least double digits. Every time.
Come on, guys.
I'm gonna make a nice quote picture that just says "Come on, guys." Nick Josten.
How are you gonna punctuate it though?
Throw it out the window. You don't need any punctuation.
Come on, comma guys.
Come on, guys.
We're just. And how are you gonna spell cum?
That would ruin it. How do you spell cum?
I know how to spell cum. Do you know how to spell cum?
COUGHM.
Comb. Comb?
Quam.
COU.
See, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Cum. Well, that would be like Minnesota. Cum.
I feel like you need like an accent mark above it.
KEWM. Like an umlaut.
Do you think Little Kim had little cums?
Is she the one, everybody?
Swing and miss on that one. All right.
It's just the fact that you had to say "comes."
What's the plural of?
It's like
cum.
I feel like it's. I don't know.
Cum?
No, a plural for that's the past tense of. What's the plural?
I don't know. I feel like it's like water, where it's just like it's its own.
No.
Like moose and moose? Like the.
Well, no. I feel like no liquid really gets pluralized. Like you don't say I drank so many milks yesterday.
No, like, there are a bunch of waters in the back of my car.
That's
like,
no one says that. The same way you don't say like, yesterday I did so many cums.
That popped right up on Google.
It sounds so stupid.
I have a bunch of Cokes. A bunch of cans of Cokes.
The plural form of cum is also cum, according to Google.
Yeah, see? You don't say cums.
C-U-M, by the way.
Yeah, that's the way you say cans of Coke, not cans of Cokes.
No, I had 3 Cokes this morning.
Well, that's a brand name. It's not the liquid itself.
I had 3 cum this morning.
I had 4 sodas.
Okay, you found one.
Pops.
I drank 3 quarts of tea. No.
There it is.
I had 3 coffees.
Ooh.
I had
3 cups of coffee.
4 beers. I had. I'm just trying to think of more liquids.
How many cums?
Today, if I'm being honest, 1.5. One of them was just a little disappointing.
Okay, so does it only come out half as much, like in volume, or did it only go halfway out, and now you just
it's still stuck in there.
3 inches.
All right, Nick Josten's first album, Clogged with Cum. Clogged with Cums.
I'm all backed up.
Yes. Clogged with Cums.
Clogged with Cums.
The world tour.
Fuck.
Who's coming?
Yes. We even have a tagline. This is happening now.
All right, we got to record your album before you leave Reno forever. So that'll just be.
I know.
That'll be the Clogged with
That made me
Cums.
sad. You're going to be a man mountain.
Yep. Out in,
Stop
Out
at
on
Leviting
Manic.
and get a corn dog.
Fuck.
yeah, you can get some Cums and some corn dogs.
Maybe at the Come and Go, but I think those aren't till LA.
They have them in L.A.
I think Come and
No,
Go.
they have a
are in
little.
LA.
I thought it was just a Midwest
Yeah, me
thing.
too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert in cum.
Excellent. Fuck. He's
They
an
spell
expert
it
in
with a
gum.
K, though, so it's not
Yeah.
as funny.
I think it's still pretty funny.
So what you're saying is racist cum isn't as good.
No.
Yeah, it's true.
Can you spell cum with 3 Ks?
Cum.
So,
It's like you're kind of scared, like if Shaggy from Scooby Doo. Look at all these Cums coming at me.
Jakey's.
Gee, Scoop. I want to email my old. I took a survey course in grammar in a seminar. That's what I meant in
Seminar.
Yep, it's a seminar in grammar in
Right back to
in
cum we go.
undergrad. I kind of want to email my old professor and ask her, "What's the plural cum?" See if I'll get a definitive answer.
Well, you might not get an answer if your grade point average, what some would call the cumulative, sometimes abbreviated as
Wow, you guys
Cum.
are digging deep on this.
Hey, what's the raunchiest cloud?
cumulus.
Cumulus. Yeah, yeah.
Now, when you graduated, were you summa cum laude? Summa cum laude.
I was Magnum cum loads.
Summa cum laude.
No, Magna cum loads.
Sumo cum laude.
Sumo cum loads. Oh yeah.
That's gonna be my album. Sumo cum laude.
Sumo cum loads.
I'm gonna start. That's gonna be my new nickname. I'm gonna change my Twitter name right now to Sumo cum laude.
I'm gonna be. I kind of want to change mine to a Magnum cum loads.
Oh, that's right. I keep trying to change my Twitter name to things that are almost kind of like they do with Benedict Cumberbatch. And my most recent one that I changed it to is Bobo Belly Ticks.
Please don't tell me mine's Tiny Cum Loads.
Or
Tiny
Sumo.
Comes Loads, people might take that.
Ooh, tiny. Ooh, that's not bad.
Tiny cum loads.
Tiny Comes Loads.
That's you saying fucking tiny bubbles. Yeah. Fucking.
Dude,
I'm offended.
no.
.org.
I'm entertained.
Yeah, that's true.
.org.
So, what improvements are you guys making to your lives in 2018?
What's this,
I mean, 2019. What the fucking year is it?
maybe you should improve on not being such a fucking idiot.
I'll try.
Stupid face.
Tiny, you're gonna get less diabetes, more kneecaps.
Probably not this year. No kneecaps. Just try and focus on more. You motherfucker.
Got him.
You got me too.
I kind of wish that Tiny actually would have written out New Year's resolutions like that.
He just said
Less diabetes, more kneecaps, more tiny cum loads.
that's one of my jokes that I've been trying to make work. Is I'm not like the funny kind of fat. I'm like right in between because I like my knee cartilage just about as much as I love the Baconator. So this is just a constant trade back and forth.
So Tiny?
No, just
Come more?
really I come
louder?
already. I once, was in the shower and got the stiff leg and collapsed and slid into the floor, but my back was to the faucet, so my butt crack and tailbone went right on the faucet and busted it right. This seriously happened. Yeah. Just got the... Yeah.
All parts of this
It was
hurt.
awful. It was awful.
I don't like any part of that.
Just, I took a break from comedy because work and stuff, and realized that I shouldn't put shit that makes me happy in front of work. So I'm going to say fuck work, not murder a coworker this year, and do more comedy and try and lose a little weight and focus more on my finances.
Hell yeah.
That's about it. Tried to make realistic goals this year. Yeah. The first one was not murdering my coworkers.
That's the way to do it.
Because that's a daily thing.
Yeah, I mean, the one goal I had for 2018 is just like, there's a maintenance year. Just don't fuck everything up. So, I reached the end of it and I was like, hey, shit's all right.
Yeah. I go into resolutions knowing I'm not going to stick with any of them.
Yeah, I just didn't make any because I was just like, I just got to beat this guy and get into 300 pounds first. Yeah. That's all I got to do.
I just want to feel better, man, and losing weight does that.
That's why I went to I started going to a chiropractor because I'm like, well, I'm going to go to the gym.
Witch doctors. And
then my chiropractor is like right next to the gym, so I was like, well, now I'll definitely go to the chiropractor because it's not like out of the way.
Oh, the joint?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been going there.
Hey, we're advertising.
Guys, you guys ever been to the joint? The sushi place? You ever make a day of it? Go to the joint, and then go to the joint. Get your chiropractor, and then get some...
and then smoke a joint
and
afterwards.
Get some sushi. Oh, yeah, then you can do that. Oh, I would do that at the start of the day. I'd smoke a joint.
I do that before sushi.
Oh, no, and I do it before both. Okay, you wake up, okay, you do a wake and bake, you have a joint, okay.
Right
and then you go to the chiropractor, and it goes pop, pop. Okay, and then after that, you smoke another joint, and then you go to the joint, and then you have sushi. All you can eat, and you'd be able to eat
many
a lot.
Endorphins.
No midgets there.
Fuck off. Oh, shit.
At least I haven't seen any there.
So, Bobby, what are your freaking...
Really? I mean, just, maintenance on myself, just trying. I've been trying to get a therapist for, like, months. No one will call me back or, like, email me or they're, like, fucking full. So I finally got one scheduled for next Monday, and I'll see how they work out. We'll see. It's always a process because, like, you can always tell if you're not going to vibe with a person right when you go in.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow, you're not giving me any advice I like.
You had a great year last year. Then you bought your house.
Bought a house, got a dog, fucking... Did good comedy.
Get to live with your buddies.
Yeah, it's
got to do Savage Henry, the big festival for the first time. You had a good year. Your band's doing well.
Yeah, they are.
That's what else I need to do is look at more of the positive shit that's going on and not focusing on the negative stuff.
That's all I've been trying to do. And so like that's one of the things I'm also trying to be more positive because I have such a bleak outlook on most things where I'm like, well, shit's gonna go bad, so I have to try to make it better. And I'm like, that's not a good way to go into making things good. Like, you should want to do good because goodness is good for all, not just because it's the absence of doing bad.
That, I'm doing it for me to make me happy.
Altruism doesn't always have to be altruistic.
Just find your bliss.
Like the fucking chocolate?
There's a chocolate called Bliss?
Yeah. I had a whole joke about it just so I could say the tagline Hershey brand fuck sauce. I wish that joke would have any other substance, but literally it's just so I can say Hershey brand fuck sauce.
I think it's worth it, yeah. However you have to get to that phrase, it's worth it.
It's going to start doing it more often.
Hershey brand fuck sauce.
Because really all it is, why have we so blurred the lines between dessert and sex? Magnum ice creams, Bliss chocolate, Hershey brand fuck sauce. And that's it. But I just stop and be like, that was that one?
That's it. Yeah.
Just stay away from the Butterfingers.
Knuckle deep on a Butterfinger.
That's disgusting. Or that's the crunch.
How many Cums?
How many Cums on a Butterfingers?
I don't know. Give me that Butterfinger for a minute.
2.5, maybe.
Again, do you always have to like reclog it? Or do you have like a system like a toilet where there's always a little bit in that U-pipe?
So my penis is
it's like a speed bump.
Yeah. You get a speed bump, but of dick. Like a speed dick?
Yeah.
A dick bump.
Speed.
They have speed stick and I have speed dick.
We should get into advertising.
Yeah.
I want to get more pop sockets. These things are fucking rad. You guys get into this shit?
No.
It's so good.
Is that just so you can hold your phone better?
I got the magnet for my phone holder for when I'm driving, so I can't put the pop socket thing on there.
Yeah, I had a different case, but I'm less likely to drop it if I have this pop socket, so I just got a cheaper case.
People that have them say they're the best thing ever.
Yeah, because then you can also do this guy where you like fold it in, and it's just
But aren't those things like $20?
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. This one was a gift.
How does it fit in your pocket? What the fuck?
That's the pop part.
Holy shit.
Hence pop socket.
Holy shit, bro. My mind is fucking blown.
You can get those for $10 at TJ Maxx, I think.
Hell yeah.
The star ones. I always see them there. And I'm always like, maybe I should try one of these. And then I look at my magnet and go, no.
I've only been into a TJ Maxx once, and that's because I mistook it for an Office Max. And
You fucking retarded?
I am a little bit, yeah. I felt pretty stupid.
They're completely different colors.
They're both red.
That's where I buy my Tupperware. TJ Maxx.
I have no idea what TJ Maxx sells.
That's like a Marshall's. They have like home stuff, furniture.
Right. Oh, I'm thinking of Marshalls. Yeah, no, there's a TJ Maxx right next to that Target. I just thought they were all red because Target was colored red. Fuck it. Who wants to play Mad Libs?
Let's do it.
This is coming out tonight, so we're just gonna fucking roll right along.
So if it's coming out on several different platforms, how many Cums is it?
No part of my podcast has come. Take that as gospel.
This is a cum-free zone.
All right, let's see which one to do. Ooh, how about bowling? All right, Tiny, can I get an adjective? That is describing any word, whether it be a color or calling something ugly.
Enormous.
Enormous. Nick Josten, another adjective.
Cummy.
Tiny, another adjective.
I don't get to use my brain this much. Adjective. Enormous. Cummy. Smelly.
Smelly. Nick, a plural noun. That is anything that there is more than
Cums.
one. I fucking hate you so much.
I'm so glad you're explaining what these certain things are.
I always do.
I don't remember.
This one is a number.
Oh, that's easy. 41.
I was really hoping you were going to explain what a number is.
I was about to, and then I couldn't
You
think of how
should
to
have.
describe a
Yes,
number.
I mean, hey.
I was like, like a fucking number.
Your facial expression said it all, you cocksucker.
I was like,
this one's a number, little buddy.
all right, Nick, give me a fucking noun. That is any person, place, or thing. Bitch.
Let's do a toilet.
Toilet. Fuck it, I keep spelling it wrong. Now, Tiny, can I have another noun?
Person, place, or thing.
Yes.
June Lake.
Ooh. June Lake.
You got some ground coming on your counter over there.
Can I get a plural noun?
Titties.
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 Now, Tiny, could I get another noun?
This is so
You
hard.
can do it. I believe in you. Literally any person, place, or thing.
Snow.
Snow! Another noun.
People listening to this are going, this tiny guy's a fucking retard.
Retards.
Now, Tiny, can I have an adjective? Again, that is a descriptor word.
What is the word? Aromatic. Hey,
Nice.
Magic.
I love saying words I can't spell.
And now a noun, Mr. Josten.
Aardvark.
Aardvark. Tiny, another adjective.
Something explaining something, right?
Yes.
Gassy.
Gassy. Nick, another adjective.
Pink.
Pink. Tiny, a noun.
Person, place, or thing.
Indeed.
Bidet.
Bidet. Nick Josten, an adjective.
Let's go with
Come on. Fucking say it.
farty.
Farty.
To
And
make my gassy
finally,
funnier.
Tiny.
I gotta end it?
A noun.
Fuck.
Any person, place, or thing.
Honey bucket, Sandy hut, public events toilet.
Honey bucket.
Do you know what the guys are called that clean Sandy huts?
What?
Honey dippers.
Sandy hut. Public events.
Do you think they ever honeypotted somebody?
toilet.
I know that I've gotten my buddies by holding the door closed, and when they're sitting on the toilet, I drop a big rock in the tube,
Oh.
and then it splashes the blue water on them. That one's fun. But you gotta get a big rock. The advantages of being my height.
Now we have a Mad Libs collection, bowling. Bowling is a game in which an enormous ball is rolled along a cummy lane in an attempt to knock over smelly wooden cums. If you knock over all 41 pins with your first toilet, you have made a June lake. If it takes 2 balls to knock down all the titties, you've scored a snow. If you ever bowl 300, which is the perfect retards, you can expect to be interviewed by aromatic sports writers and have your aardvark in the gassy newspaper. Bowling is pink fun for every member of your bidet, and it is also farty. It's a farty exercise for developing your honey bucket, Sandy hut, public events toilet. And that was the Mad Libs collection. Bowling. That was fun.
One of the best.
Fucking knocking over all those smelly cums.
That's why the lane was so cummy.
Knocking on all them titties.
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 Tiny, you got anything to plug? Got any shows coming up? Anything going on? You just want to give some shout outs?
Thanks to you and I have been talking about this a long time. I like you guys. You guys hopefully like me. I'm good with that.
Definitely.
I need to quit hitting the table because the microphones are attached to it. People probably hate me.
I forgot about that.
We play with them every time.
I'm getting back into going to the library on Wednesdays.
Dope.
And I'm still performing at the Pioneer Underground. Opening for Carlos.
Saturday?
Oh yeah, Carlos Rodriguez. Nick and I are both opening
nice.
for Carlos Rodriguez and Saul Trujillo.
Oh, he's coming. Is he hosting?
He's hosting.
Nice.
8:30, right, Nick? Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the month, I think it's the weekend of the 25th. I'm doing 2 shows with Will Clifton with the Veterans of Comedy at Pioneer Underground.
Nice. All right. Nick, what do you got going on?
Yeah, this June Lake show. I want to hear about this.
Yeah, tell us. Talk shit about it.
On Wednesdays, the library at 9. Then this Saturday, I'll be at the Pioneer Underground with Tiny and Carlos Rodriguez.
Sarah Rooker's on that show, too.
Sarah Rooker. We're like bringing back the old team from last week, from last Saturday. It's like the Saturday Wrecking Crew.
God,
I think
feel like
Sarah's on that show.
I feel like I got to get back in there.
Yeah, you should. Wayne keeps asking about you.
Yeah.
Like, you should be like, Wayne, what's
It would be a
up?
lot better to get in there and maybe have a co-headlining weekend with somebody rather than fucking. I've never even got a hosting spot there, so it's like it's probably not likely. But
On Monday, I'm going to be at June Lake. I'm not entirely sure where it's at, but it's by Mammoth, and I think there's going to be a lot of snow. And I think Mark Yaffe is headlining, and I'm
Dope.
hosting. I kind of forget who the feature is. And then I think next Thursday I'm going to be at Pioneer Underground opening for DC Irvine.
Oh, cool. He's nice.
And then after that, I don't really know. It's kind of wide open. It's just like there's going to be some funny stuff coming out.
Yeah, okay. And, I ain't got much going on. Heading back into the studio to hopefully finish up this fucking EP finally. And if not, well, you'll hear about how that goes next week. I'm going to go see my therapist on Monday. We'll see how that goes. If it goes bad, again, you'll hear about it because I do not abide a bad brain doctor. And then I will be hosting the Carson Nugget 18th and 19th of January. Nice. So that's really the only comedy I got scheduled right now.
Who's the headliner for that?
I am not sure. I just got the call today to do that, so I got to check out the contract, see what's going on. Either way, I'm just happy to get my free meatball subs. So that's the best part of the whole situation.
I've heard that club's having good people are coming out.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. When the guy that runs Reno Tahoe was running that room, I had some of the raddest shows there.
It's a good spot.
Everybody comes out to have a good time and not to sound like a dick, but I think that the reason that people have a good time is they all paid for their tickets, where some rooms in Reno, a lot of tickets are gifts. Free. And people are just kind of, well, let's go do this. Where that Carson room, people are coming in there with the mindset, I want to laugh at these jackasses and have a good time.
There's fuck all else to do.
So,
that room rules.
It's great. And they've upgraded it too. There's like a different curtain situation. They took off that TV that was on the stage and they just put that Carson Nugget sign up on there. And so it's like,
does it still have the fun fake brick wall?
Yeah.
Nice.
They just took the fucking TV off it, which is like the only thing that I had a problem with, is that it would be like just fucking behind you.
Very distracting.
Like you're about to give a presentation. And one time when I did that, they forgot to turn it off. So I was like, why aren't my jokes hitting? The fucking TV was on the whole time.
Like a Raiders game going on behind you.
Yeah, it was fucking bad. No, it was just that compilation that they had of like fails. Yeah. So it was just like people eating shit behind me while I was eating shit on stage.
These are oddly timed laughs.
Yeah, no, but you should come along down there one time and I can introduce you to the guy that's running it, because he's dope and he's always looking for more local hosts.
Yeah, it's a fun spot to host.
Yeah, it's real good.
And
I hate hosting. I suck at it, dude.
But that's all you got. It only takes an hour. Yeah, you get money, you get free food, and then it takes it goes from 8 to 9.
They have a great tri-tip sandwich in that little diner. I tell you what.
Man. I always get the meatball subs.
You know what's funny about being a fat kid is like I'm a truck driver by trade. I drive dirt trucks for a living, and somebody tells me, "Well, no, you go down Wright Street and then you make a left," and I'm like, "Wright Street." South In-N-Out. Okay, I know exactly where it is. You know. McDonald's. Which one?
Yeah.
Well, the one in Spanish Springs. Okay.
Yeah.
But I always get shit for that. But that's rad. We all have shows coming up, and I mean, there's some fun shows coming. All over Reno.
Got a lot of Cums.
All over Reno and Carson City. They got a lot of Cums.
And now, like officially, because when I took Sam and Austin up there, we did a podcast one time where we decided we're going to be a comedy crew called the Milky Boys.
I saw your tag. Yeah.
And so we wrote that on the wall of the Savage Henry place. It just says Milky Boys, and we all signed it.
So Savage Henry, I want to hear some more about Savage Henry. I mean, I know we're at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, but
I've just seen that a lot of my friends in comedy have done Savage Henry, and that gives me like a positive vibe for Savage Henry.
Yeah, I mean, it's
because I know you and Sarah and Andrea and Nick. You went, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to the festival.
It
was dope.
Is it like a comedy troupe or what is it?
What it is it was a comedy magazine, and the editor Chris Durant, super cool dude. He doesn't do comedy. He just really is supportive of the comics and the people that write for him. So all the comics that are in Savage Henry kind of write for the magazine, and then they also just opened that comedy club. So now they have more things they can do. Like podcasts and, fun live shows, improv and stand-up on that space.
Collective.
Yeah, so now it's a comedy collective, and they've
awesome space.
And and oh my god, dude, they've like decorated the whole thing. It looks so fucking rad, rather than just like the bare walls that were there before. Yeah. They got everything set up. They got a bar. They can do beer there now. Oh, it's so good.
Do beers.
They can do beers.
Right.
They can do beers. They can do Cums. And then that festival, I think they said they're going to move it out of Arcata and just center it in Eureka now, and it'll be mostly around the comedy club.
That'd be nice.
And so, I mean...
Oh, it's in Eureka.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in Eureka. And so we'll just fucking... We'll have to see how the fucking festival goes this year, because it'll be the 8th year of it.
Going to be in October again?
Yeah. Should be like first weekend of October again.
Come
so
up there and check that out.
I'll put in a good word for you.
Well, I don't know about performing. Just come out there and see my friends do some comedy.
Either one. I think, people will be down for that. Because plus, really, like, the comedy is like secondary to just the 3 straight days of partying.
Fuck, yeah.
And just hanging out.
Yeah, the last night there, that was like the highest I've ever been in my entire life. I just need to go home, and I don't have a way to do that. And then fucking punk rock clowns came out of the dark and
randomly, when they were just looking for a glass blowing place.
Yeah, a glass blowing party at 2 a.m. in Eureka, and I just couldn't handle it.
Those dudes know how to party,
right?
It was
so. I'm pretty sure there won't be any clowns this time.
Like, everything up until that point,
fuck clowns,
was amazing. Like, I'm not scared of clowns, but then when that
you were high as shit and they came out of the dark.
Then I understood how people could be terrified of clowns at that moment.
I was never scared of clowns until I saw Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Dude, I didn't fucking eat popcorn for like 12 years, dude. Because they had that carnivorous popcorn that they'd... Fuck Killer Clowns from Outer Space,
is this a familiar movie that everybody knows about? Like, did I just miss something?
If you ever walked around a Blockbuster...
Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I've never even heard of it.
You need to rent it. It is amazing.
I mean, it's not on Netflix?
It's not as amazing anymore. It has aged.
Just enjoy the stupidity.
Yeah, just get real high and watch it. That always makes it better. Well, no, then you might be even more afraid of clowns.
Yeah. Yeah, me getting high in clowns, I don't think it makes... Like, in normal, sober, everyday life, even drunk, I think I can handle clowns. But, yeah, high in clowns, no.
Never been high, so I don't know. I don't know how clowns and me and being baked would work out.
Look at
but
you.
You're 6'7". How can you say you've never been high? Yes!
That's been the podcast. See you guys later. Fuck Nick Josten.